All right, ladies and gentlemen.
What's up?
Tim Perdoch's first podcast, maybe. I won't out him. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to I'm Up with Anthony Santino, making sure I'm recording. I have a very special guest on today, one of my best friends in the world. Guy, it's one of those people you don't see a lot because we're both so busy. We're both killing it in the world around us. But it's like you pick up where you left off. Tim Perdoch, welcome to the show.
You. Yeah, actually, my girlfriend, Amanda, I'll say her name.
Yeah.
She keeps, like, you'll text me,
Yeah.
like, songs
Yes.
and stuff. Like,
I do
every
text
week,
you songs
like
and
once a
stuff.
week.
Yeah.
And I'll be like, and she's like, why don't you ever respond to Anthony? I'm like, no, it's like part of a relationship. Like, he knows that I see it.
Yes.
And that I acknowledge it.
Yes, you do acknowledge. No, you acknowledge it. You throw a heart or a question mark or a. Yeah. Yeah, I'm kidding. You don't throw a question mark. You're engaging.
Yeah.
Usually a heart, a kingdom heart.
Yeah.
Tim, so how do you feel being on the podcast initially? Well, first let me just give some stuff. Tim and I met in middle school. This is my true first impression of what happened with Tim. I was in Catholic school till 2 months into 7th grade. And then I was like, there were about 3.5 people here. Get me out. And I went to the middle school, the public middle school in our neighborhood. Thank God. Had a bunch of friends there already.
No pun intended.
Right. No, thank God. Shout out Doug Moe, one of my boys, one of our boys. I knew people. I knew a lot of people. And I was like, I need to expand my horizons. You know, I need to meet some Dominican people. Get me out. Let's go. So I met Tim.
Were there...
Maybe the Madranos. Remember Oscar Osvaldo? Do you remember those guys?
I don't remember.
You don't remember?
People
they were funny. I just remember them. They were hilarious.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, probably like getting in. They were like wild, but they were funny.
Okay.
They were twins. Anyway,
Right,
how do you not remember them? Anyway, so I met Tim. It's like October, November of like the fall of our 7th grade year of life. And I walk in, Sarah Palin was the thing. Tim was doing like an impression of Sarah Palin, like seducing somebody. And it was very funny. There was like a mini like amphitheater crowd of people around you at a desk and you were doing this and it was so funny.
That's like, I didn't know that I did that. And that's kind of ahead of its time.
You were ahead of your time.
You know?
Yeah. You were Tina Fey before Tina Fey was Tina Fey.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah. You were Timmy Fey.
Like I was like spoofing right-wing political figures.
Yeah.
In 2007.
Yeah, as a kid, and you were like in a band. You were in bands. Tim does like audio work. He's on films. He works on film, TV, commercials. He was just hanging out with J Balvin, the businessman. If you know who that is, J Balvin. You know, he's on songs and has songs.
Recorded his voice.
Yeah. I'm gonna have to put your mic up because you're talking far from it.
I
It's okay, audio
guy.
It's okay, audio guy. It's fine.
Oh, dude, don't put that in, dude.
Yeah, Tim's like, dude. You want me to mess with your levels right
Don't
now,
put
bro?
that shit in.
I'm trying to tell the audio guy how things work. Look at this stance I'm sitting. I did this for my last podcast too. Am I a praying mantis? What am I doing?
I'm gonna like slowly sink into the couch. I'm just like, I've never done this before.
It's like Get
so
Out.
Awkward.
Yeah. I'm just get a teacup.
It's just like Get Out.
Yeah, pretty much. So Tim and I, we just ate some cheeseburgers and but 7th grade Tim was funny. Me, Tim, Dougie, Joe Longa, lots of people, man. Lots of fun times. What was your first impression of me? Let's do that. What was your first impression of me on my podcast?
Can I just ask, and you tell me if I'm wrong.
Whatever you want.
Did I indirectly inspire your comedy career? Because since we were
somebody's
kids,
got an opinion of them. No, I'm just kidding.
Because since we were kids, I have been championing your
made it sound very
comedic
Danish.
potential before you ever even remotely believed in yourself.
Okay, sure. Okay. No. Tim, I'll give you credit. You've earned and deserved credit. Apparently, you want a lot of it, but
please give me credit.
This guy's digging. No, you've given me a lot. You've given me a lot of encouragement. You were also what I appreciate about Tim. Tim was very emotionally connected before other people were. Tim put me onto a lot of music. Tim's given me a lot, and he
forced you to listen to a lot of music.
It would get intense sometimes. It would be like 7:45 a.m. and if I wasn't making the right facial expression, Tim was like, "Dude, Yo, look at me right now. We're like, okay, chill. It's the Beastie Boys. I get it.
Like you don't like this Blink-182 song?
Yeah. So what you want? And then like, so what you want? And then you think you're funny with the money that you flaunt. And then Intergalactic. I remember we would have like some stale New York City like banana bread that they would give us in the morning. It was good. And like you played good music. Tim put me on. What do you call it? What's the band from Maryland? All Time Low. They were my favorite band in the world for a while, and Tim put me on to them, basically. Yeah. So thank you very much in the MySpace era. Yeah. I'm sure I had Dear Maria Count Me In or some similar song on the on my homepage. But by the way, there's a comedy club in Timonium, Maryland, where they're from. Okay. Called Magoobies. Okay. Of course.
Oh.
Yeah. And
I've heard of it.
Yeah. No. But that's the thing.
Comedians talk about it.
Yes. Yeah. They're always like, oh, Magoobies. Like, hey, But if I get to do the road, if I get to be in the rotation of comics who like plays the road headlines, thankfully, hopefully, bless up, praise Jah. If I could do that, I'm going to play All Time Low, like on the whole ride there. And Tim Perdoch was the inspiration. So guys, Tim Perdoch, because I will say this on my own and because he really wants me to, he's given me a lot of fuel to my fire. He has made me feel very funny. He's given me a lot. So thank you. Dude, for that. You need encouraging friends.
I would also force you to do, because your impressions of our teachers,
some solid ones,
of friends, random classmates, regular people. Yeah. You did amazing. You did celebrities now and then.
Thank you.
But like your regular people impressions were so good. Yeah. And I feel like I would force you to do them over and over again.
Do me a favor right now. Yeah. Will you have me do some impressions? Say somebody. You can say celebrity. Say whatever. Because I want to Okay. I want to try to impress you right now.
Can we say there? Those celebrities or like
do
people
some
we
celebrity
know?
First, and then we'll do the fun ones like the people we know.
Okay.
Yes. I'll do all of it. Okay. We'll bleep if we need to.
All right. Let me think.
No, I know. I'm putting you on the spot.
Who's a funny celebrity impression to do? Let's see.
You tell me. No, I'm just kidding.
Like an actor?
Yeah, sure. Go actor.
Danny DeVito.
I could do like Frank Reynolds from Always Sunny in Philadelphia, but I can't do his face. That's what bothers me with when I do impressions. I feel like I could get close on voices, but like him specifically, I did a bad Danny.
The voice is everything, though.
The voice is very important, but sometimes I get in my head if I can't do the face. Like, dude, Jim Carrey is could do faces and stuff. Do Jim Carrey?
Do Jim Carrey.
Oh, all right. I can't do him.
That was good.
I just threw my head around. But he his mouth can go to different hemispheres, I can't do what he can do with his mouth. Pause, as a black guy would say.
Let me think of a good one.
Yeah.
What's Larry David?
No, no, I can't. His is hard. I used to do a bad one of him.
You don't say anything. Yeah. You just make
Birthday. But I've got the beans. That's not great. But good call to look for.
Okay, let me think of a famous woman to do.
Yeah. Because I'm great at those.
All right, because
this is a good challenge.
This will show your range.
My range. I like it. Sound like my agent. I don't have one.
Do you have an agent?
I don't have none.
Do you have an agent?
I do not. I want one.
Okay.
If you know any.
No, I don't know any.
If you know any, I'll take one.
Can help. Can you do Amy Schumer?
I met her. She was nice.
So you don't want to do?
No, I'll do it. I don't care. No, I just can't do it.
Okay.
I mean, sounds like I can't do her. I can't do women.
It's not that exciting.
I want to do women, but I can't do them.
Okay.
I'm single at the moment.
All right.
About that.
And I won't say names, but do our 8th grade math teacher.
I'll say a name. Was it Mr. Boyd? No, he was 7th. Who was our math teacher in 8th grade?
No, was it or was that earlier?
Oh, wait. Was 8th grade.
Yeah.
No, I can't do that one. Well, I can. He doesn't have a...
Okay. Don't do it.
Well, no, he just sounds like... He worked at a... Before being a teacher, he was like, yo, guys. He was very into... He was very into basketball.
He was cool.
He was great. He was like, yo, what's up? Yo, Tim, bro. yo, you gotta read the Bible, bro. He was like a missionary in like math class, and like we had these like girls. Shout out, I won't say their names, but like they would like yell and be like yelling at him, and he'd be like, yo, I love you, respect, yo, bless up, and they'd be like, yo, shut the fuck up. Like they would just like curse him out. And he's like, yo, I'm trying to be peaceful with you right now. And
yeah, he was a man of the people.
He was great. Yeah, he would be like, he would be a good like tour manager for like a rapper. Like he was good. I liked him.
He loved shoes.
Jews? You're Jewish. You're Jewish.
He loved shoes. But I don't know if he.
I love Jews. I think I love all of them.
I don't know if he loved shoes, but
you're a Jew and I love you. But you're not like religious though.
Yeah, very like half-ass.
Yeah, no, I mean I
just by association.
Yeah, I grew up Catholic, and it's like I'm here now. You know.
Yeah.
I do comedy. You know. Not like Jim Gaffigan. Jim Gaffigan. Peanut butter jelly sandwiches.
My favorite one. Miss Newt, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Oh, I love how you censored that.
I'm like, I don't know if I could say these names.
Dude, so we had a teacher, an English teacher, and she was she'd be like, Tim. She'd be like, dude, Bailey. Remember Bailey? No, we love Bailey.
Yeah.
Bailey, but like Bailey, we were all friends, and like we would just like talk in class, all of us. Bailey, Itana, Tim, whatever. And like she'd be like, Bailey, if you don't stop right now, and she'd be like, she would just say like, a lot. It was funny. And then like Bailey would like yell back at her, and she'd be like, I don't appreciate. It was just like a lot of that, like stop and start. You know, Anthony Rainieri, the lead singer and guitar. He plays guitar, right?
Yes.
For the band Bayside, he went to our middle school. That was a big thing for us at the moment. Tim put me onto Bayside, the band as well.
She would always talk about it because
she'd be like, Tim, you do some music stuff, right? You know, Anthony Rainieri. And Tim would be like, yeah.
I was his teacher.
I don't have none. So I have Aries stuck in my head.
He also does this thing, Anthony, where like we get like sort of into an artist or a band.
Yeah.
And you'll sing lines of it. For the next like 10 years.
I'm an only child. Like I'll be like subconsciously indulgent for myself and just like I'll latch on to things. I do. I have Pop and Champagne still on my top songs 2023. Like I'm into it.
Because everyone knows what you're talking about.
Got me popping champagne. I'm not singing my full voice. I had.
You should plug this early 2000s pop punk band.
They need it
right now. They need it.
They need it. Dude, we should have gone to All Time Low. They did a 10-year anniversary of So Wrong It's Right. Like 2 years ago, we should have gone to it. We talked about it.
Wouldn't that have been 2016?
Whenever. I don't know.
Okay.
At a time.
Okay.
Yeah.
Maybe it was
or
15.
Yeah, it was probably because it was more recent.
Yeah. Okay.
It was post-pandemic-y, I think.
Okay.
Yeah. That sounds like a Croatian name, pandemic-y. No, that's Polish, more Polish.
Okay.
So, dude, like, what else is going on? Like, how you feeling? How you doing? Tim has a girlfriend. She's a very nice girl, Amanda.
She's amazing.
Amanda.
Shout out.
Yeah, you were just in Sweden. Dude.
The reason I'm wearing this shirt.
Tejas.
Yes.
Tell me some things about Sweden. Tim was just in Snowland, Sweden. Like, what were you doing up there? How was it?
So, Amanda's sister lives there.
See.
And her family. And we went to visit.
Amanda's whole family or just her
sister? No,
sister?
Amanda's sister.
Just her sister, gotcha.
And she lives there with Amanda's nephew and brother-in-law.
Cool.
Or that would be.
Older sister or younger sister?
Older sister.
Cool.
And so we went out there. It was awesome. I had never been anywhere close to there.
Yeah.
It was really cold, really interesting. We ate a bunch of weird meat.
Yeah, reindeer?
We did, yes.
How was reindeer?
There was reindeer available at this place.
Did you eat Rudolph or someone else?
No, I had bear.
Yeah, how was bear?
I felt like it's like a Joe Rogan thing.
I was gonna say
like
Tim Rogan over here. So like you gotta get some elk. Go get some elk mount.
I didn't like bear.
No.
I burped. Excuse me.
So yeah,
I didn't like bear. Gotcha. It was like pretty gross.
What did it taste like?
It was at least this slice. It was like a cold cut.
Okay.
Like a bear cold cut.
That's weird.
It was
like
weird.
boar's head bear.
Yeah.
Honey glazed.
Very like dry. I loved elk.
Elk sounds good.
Yeah.
Elk sounds good.
Is that venison? Is that considered venison?
I thought venison's like deer. Aren't they the same thing?
I don't
know. Not like
I think it tasted like that.
Tasted like that.
Delicious. We had like an elk stew.
Oh, that sounds really good.
That like the
I want to be in Sweden right now.
Yeah, it was such a cool place. It's so like everyone's so friendly for the most part. You know.
Did you like sleigh around and stuff?
What do you mean?
Like a sleigh?
Ride around on a sleigh?
Like horses.
No, but there was a thing there.
Yeah.
That I found very interesting, where we saw so many like parents dragging their kids around on these like plastic sleighs, and it's like so dangerous. It was like in the city of Stockholm,
right?
And they just like had them.
You know what they call that?
What?
Stockholm syndrome.
That's exactly.
That was so dumb that I said that.
Could you define Stockholm syndrome?
Yeah, Stockholm syndrome is when you actually like you're in a. Oh, I could do the real one.
What accent is that?
That's
Björn
Borg's specific Swedish accent. Like, he's a Swedish tennis player.
Okay.
If anyone doesn't know, I said it to you at the bar.
Yeah,
but he's like. It's just when I played McEnroe in '82, I was very tired and didn't want to play tennis anymore. And did people sound like that there? Was that your impression of Sweden, or did they sound a little different?
No, very like upbeat. You know, it's a beautiful language.
They all like
talking
ABBA.
A few things.
Yeah.
Yes, we went to the ABBA museum.
I saw that. How was the ABBA museum?
Sick, dude.
Yeah.
It was like interactive ABBA museum. I did not expect to have such an amazing time, and I did.
That's great. How long were you there?
We were there for 10 days.
Perfect.
Also, when we were going to eat all that weird meat, a family of like a pack of like wild boars, crossed in front of our car.
Oh, that's cool.
Which is it doesn't happen in New York.
Does not.
in Queens.
Do they like attack the car or like?
No, apparently they're like dangerous, but
they see. Yeah, the wild might indicate that, you know.
You know, but they
don't sound like they're reading quietly at libraries, you know.
Yeah,
that's cool.
Well, I don't think any animals do that.
We do. We're human animals.
Yeah,
you
true.
Are a human animal.
Mammals?
Mammal.
Are we?
No. Okay. Yeah, we are mammals, right? But we're intelligible.
Yeah. Well, some of us.
I've got opposable thumbs. There was that song from the Dickie Roberts former child star. It was like opposable thumb. I got one. And it was,
never seen it.
Yeah, it's a David Spade movie.
Okay,
My parents took me out of it. We were in the theater. I was like a kid. I was like 8 years old. But it was like there was like a foreplay scene or something. So they were like, "Oh, we're out."
Oh yeah, no, your mom would not.
Yeah,
allow that.
Yeah, when I was a little boy, she was like, "Not yet."
As if you would have any idea what was going on.
Right. Like there was one time Steve Martin and Queen Latifah were having foreplay. She took me out of the theater. I thought they were just wrestling. I was like,
"Wait, really? What movie was that?"
I was a little boy. I don't know, something about there maybe were cheerleaders involved. It was like a Steve Martin, Queen Latifah movie. You know, people just did those movies. They were like, let's make, $100 million, whether this is good or bad, at least.
I didn't know that Queen Latifah and Steve Martin hooked up.
They had a movie.
I met Queen Latifah.
How was she?
Did I tell you this?
You might have vaguely remember. How did that go?
I was doing a sound job, as Anthony mentioned, right? I do location sound.
Yeah.
We were doing a commercial. I won't say which famous makeup brand it's for, but
you can put one and one together.
Yeah, but we did this, and she was the talent.
Yeah,
I had gotten like no sleep the night before. We show up. I didn't know who the talent was. And I'm like, oh, it's Queen Latifah. She was super cool.
Yeah,
but they asked me last minute to do a bunch of like voiceover.
Okay.
To like go in a room, record her voiceover after the shoot. And so I was like, this is like a musical legend.
Yeah.
Like I have to like show out right now.
Yeah.
I can't just like, it's got to sound good.
Of course.
Not that she cares.
But you also don't want to mess it up.
Yeah. So they gave me this like room in this mansion that we were shooting at. So I took 4 C-stands and I put a bunch of sound blankets and I made like the most makeshift studio booth you've ever seen.
Yeah.
Recorded her vocals, her dialogue.
Yeah.
And she was super cool. She was really nice
to you?
Yeah.
Oh, good. I thought that was going to take a weird turn.
No. She was actually really nice and like.
That's cool. You would hope that. So that's good.
It was like me, her, and the producer.
By the way, it matters a lot. Like, like I'm doing stand up, and it's like I haven't worked on shows with massive people yet, but like I've worked on shows with people who are more established and have careers and stuff. And sometimes people are so nice to you.
Yeah.
And that's great. And you love that. But then there are times where like people will like be a little dismissive of you, or they'll like kind of take advantage of you a little bit. Like they'll have you do services for them. And not even give you like $20 or something, you know, like, cause you're getting like, if I'm getting stage time out of it, I'm like happy with that.
Right.
But like they'll make like $3,000 for a show and they won't give you a cent and you were there filming. So, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like and you're like, yo, like I'm just starting out, but like, I'll remember that. Like, you know, like I'm not gonna hold this again. I don't have vendettas or,
right.
But like, people remember how you treat them. So it's like,
Absolutely.
it's good no matter who you are, whether you're the lowest of the low, the highest of the high, or anything in between. It's like, you know, like people are still people. It's like your stature doesn't matter that much when it comes to interpersonal connection that you make with people.
Yeah. And I mean, like everyone has off days. I don't expect everyone to be like,
be perfect.
To always be like, you know, like a hero, you know, to always be like on and like, you know, but like you can tell when a talent has like a celebrity talent, especially has like a genuine respect for the cast, like Balvin. Balvin.
Yeah, you had the businessman. Yeah,
thanked everyone. Dapped us up.
You could tell good energy, you know, and even people don't have to be perfect. Like they also can do it in a nice way if they're just not having a good day. Like someone said they worked with Sebastian Maniscalco once and they said he was so nice, but like he likes to keep to himself a little more. Yeah. But he said it in a way where like he engaged with someone for a couple minutes. He's like, oh, I gotta go do my own thing for a few. Yeah. There's a way to do it.
There's days where like I don't want to talk to people.
Yeah,
you know?
Totally.
But like, just a general niceness you can tell. Goes a long way.
We were talking a lot about stuff you did recently. So what's your like January looking like? You trying to like take it easy? Are you going to hit it hard? What are you feeling?
I'm trying to hit it hard. So trying to get like more commercial work, you know, just pays the bills. Yep. And it allows me to do anything else that I want, narrative, documentary, whatever, you know, could do passion projects, lower budget stuff. Yeah. But I'm trying to do everything, just throw myself in the fire and learn everything about audio and sound that I can. And, you know, eventually like work under some people who've been doing it forever, you know, some guy who's been doing it, or, you know, some guy or girl who's been doing it for like 40 years, doing like all these big movies. Would love to just work for someone like that. Yeah. You know, as utility or whatever, and just learn from them. Yeah. Just absorb everything I can. Of course. But it's fun. I get to like record and like mix sound. Yeah. For a living.
You still doing a lot of music right now at the moment?
Timmy's
got discography, but I'm not fucking around. Like I listen to Tim's music on a weekly basis.
He does. He's also sends me my own.
I send him his music that he's made. He's like, oh yeah, I know, I made that.
Yeah, I'm like, I made that like 7 years ago.
But I'm letting you know, like, people are tapped in.
No, I appreciate it.
I'm tapped in.
I appreciate it.
Emo John is still a classic.
Yeah, no, I mean, that's how I got into the whole sound. Anthony knows this very well. Because I was in so many bands.
Lots of bands.
So many bands. And when we met, I was in this, like, I was 12.
Clockwork.
11? 12? Yeah. I guess 12, right? Yeah, we were. You
Clockwork
remember
7?
that? That's crazy.
7. I know the people in it. I remember them. I know them.
Did not know how to play bass whatsoever.
But you played a little.
But I like was just learning. It was like the beginning, very beginning. But before I learned how to play, I was like, oh, I'm going to get a bunch of friends in a garage and we're going to pretend to like write songs. And we did. And it was like terrible. Yeah. But
what? No, I'm kidding.
Hey.
You had some songs.
You loved it, dude.
Dude, I remember Sometimes.
Dude, I don't remember.
Blocked it out. I know some of your stuff, dude.
But then, you know, you
get better.
You learn your instrument. You start getting better. You start doing covers. You know, you do some Green Day, Blink-182 covers. Just songs you like. Yep. You know, you start learning. And then you start writing your own stuff. Yeah. And then, because I started so early, by the time I was like 16, I was like in like a, you know, semi-decent, you know, respectable band writing original music.
What was the band? What's the dun 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 dun?
Oh, that was my college band. Your House. Shout out.
Good song.
Shout out Tyler Gumpel, Ariana Stefanidis.
Oh, Tyler's in that band. Cool.
Yes.
Yeah, the girl. Yeah, Ariana. Yep.
Shout out to James. Yeah. James Sullivan. Shout out to Mike Torado. Shout out to. Yeah. There's a lot of people. We cycled.
The Miami Sound Machine.
Shout out to Gaston Wells. Shout out to.
You sound like French Montana shouting out his own.
Yeah.
Yo, Sal Mal Bravo.
Yo, shout out Hudson O'Keefe. Just college band. I was in like a few bands in college.
What was your favorite?
I have a mic, dude.
I know, it was a joke.
What was my favorite band that I played in?
What was your favorite band you've ever been in? And then we'll break it down to like college or whatever. But like, what was your favorite band you've ever been in?
I mean, I guess I want to say it was Past Youth we were called.
Yes.
It was my college band. But honestly, like when I really like it clicked for me and then I was like, oh, I love this. Like truly, truly love this. It was Your House.
Yes.
It was Ben. It was me.
I remember.
A girl named Trish. And Kel. And
Kel.
myself. And then we I was like, it was my first time where I was like just infatuated with making music.
Yeah.
You know, and
I remember Kel's talented.
Yeah, and it was like, you know, a little more slightly more mature.
Yeah.
You know, and I mean I was still like 17, 18.
Yeah.
But it was slightly more mature. And I met Mike Canali, shout out.
Yeah.
Mike Canali.
I just saw him pop up on your phone earlier with
dude,
Amanda.
Of course. It's my guy. My guy.
Have I met him? I must have.
You have to have met Mike.
Was he at like a Tim soiree at the house? Like was he?
Yes.
He's been there.
He's been there many times. Shout out to Teg Mantle.
Yep. Boston people, right?
Boston from Queens. But
wait, does Mike have glasses?
Yeah.
There we go. Sorry,
Mike looks like he looks like Johnny Galecki.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Did you know that?
Yeah, from Big Bang Theory.
Yeah, you know Big Bang. So our joke was
our whole universe was in a hot dense state. Yeah. That's the theme song.
I'll be honest, I've never actually watched a full episode of Big Bang Theory.
I've watched some of them.
Am I missing out?
No.
No. Okay.
But like they're you know young Sheldon and
yeah,
you know the whole thing.
Yeah, they've milked all the money that they can possibly out of that.
Oh, Big Bang.
Out of Big Bang Theory.
They made a lot of it. John Galecki dated Kaylee Cuoco for a while.
Okay.
Yep.
Good fact.
You needed to hear that.
Some set romance. Appreciate it.
Oh,
Bad Romance.
Yeah, but I like that song, so I had to say it.
But was it
no
bad romance?
Relation? No. Oh, no, they broke up, but they're cool.
Okay. You know them.
I just like that.
You know that.
I'm just bouncing between two things.
That's
I'm doing like
a
DJ fader.
Amazing song, by the way.
Really good song. So I have
underrated.
I have a vague idea for a movie that's like it's not even like a fully formed idea, but I just know that if I ever get like some stature or clout in comedy and I can make comedy movies, you know Lamorne Morris from New Girl, the black dude.
No.
He's funny. He's very
Should
funny.
I watch New Girl? Is that
good show? I watched it with my college girlfriend. Like she would like have it as like a bridge show for us.
That's not Whitney Cummings' show. That's Two Broke Girls.
Yeah, it's Two Broke Girls. New Girl is Zoe Deschanel.
Zoe Deschanel. Oh yeah.
And
okay.
Jake
I've never actually
Johnson and these people or whatever. But no, Lamorne Morris is in it. He's funny.
Okay.
But I just have this idea of a movie where like he gets broken up with. And like just the beginning opening credits will be like Bad Romance, like just fading and like just like title page real quick, but like bursting like lights, and then like just a opening montage of him just like being like a baby about the breakup, like crying in like public places, and he just because he's a very good he's a good like subtle actor, but also a good physical actor if need be, like just audibly just like dynamic and funny, and like he has good range like that. So like I don't know. I just always picture.
I have to check that out.
Lamorne Morris is going to be starring in my movie about a guy getting broken up with and dealing with it, because that's never been done before.
But but so far the only thing you've written so far is that
the opening is dynamic.
You will have Bad Romance.
I have an incredible
which you have to
opening.
get the rights for.
Yeah, but I'll be popping. It's fine.
Okay.
Me and Stephanie were cool. Like,
that has to be like somebody has to own that.
Hopefully her.
Yeah.
Well, maybe it's a label, but I hopefully she'll buy her masters for like $500 million or something.
Yeah.
She'll be like, I own my music again.
Right.
It's
the
money.
I hope she does.
Hope so.
Yeah.
She seems smart enough to like have that.
Absolutely.
She seems like one of the on top of it people.
Yeah.
You know?
What were we talking about before this?
Everything.
I knew this would be like stream of consciousness,
which
and
is
I love it.
How it should be.
Yeah.
It's more interesting that way.
Yeah,
it's more fun.
I agree.
All my favorite pods are like that.
I was talking about Mike. And I got off topic because
we were just talking about all your bands and all the people and stuff. But so your favorite was Your House?
You called Your House. It was just me.
What was the song that Your House made? Like just name one or something.
Paper Cups.
What did it sound like? Sing it.
Water in paper cups.
I don't remember it. I know.
That's okay.
I know the road. Was the road just a single by you?
The road was like, that was my own.
That was just you.
Yeah.
Solo.
I was in college.
Good song.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Actually, truly a very good song.
Thank you. I didn't know what I was doing. It's like I was just experimenting with different sounds that I liked. To me, like I listened to it. There were years where I was like, some of my music from that time.
Yeah.
I was like so embarrassed by.
Were you embarrassed by that, or you like that song?
There were years where I was like, oh, like I hate that. Like, hate what like. I would never make something like that, you know, and like I was just like cringed at my own stuff.
Gotcha.
And I think every artist has this.
Yeah, I get cringed by stuff I make. I could see how other people get cringed by my stuff. I think like that all the time.
Dude, but then like in the last few years,
yeah,
I like, you know, mostly like last year, really.
Yeah.
I did a lot. I just like thought about it and was like, you know, a lot of times we have these like ideas of, you know, who we used to be, and like, you know, we're like, oh, well, we're not exactly that person anymore.
Yeah.
So
you evolve.
So you want to just like pretend it didn't happen. But now I'm like, I embrace all of that. I'm like, wow, like I was actually, this is who I was at the time.
Right.
I was like going through a lot. I was writing music about like serious shit that I was going through in my head. You know, mental health stuff.
Yeah.
I was also just like exploring, mishmashing genres together.
Yeah.
And it was a time in my life, and like, yeah, I wouldn't make that now.
Right.
But like, everything is a snapshot of that time in your life.
Yeah.
So I've learned to appreciate that a little more.
That's good.
You know.
Yeah. Be proud of where you came from a little bit. Like you're creating yourself.
Yeah.
We're always creating ourselves.
Right.
That's the thing. Yeah, you have inclinations and you have things you want to do, and you're meant to do certain things, but you still have to make it.
Yeah, and it's just tough with social media. I'm sure, you know, so many people talk about this, where it's like, you back in the day, you didn't have everything you've ever done. So even as an artist, like especially as an artist, you didn't have everything you've ever done like available.
Yeah.
To listen for everyone to listen to, just like out there in the world. On these platforms, right?
Right.
Where you could just Google it and it'll come up. You know, you didn't have that, right? So you could kind of detach from it a little.
Yeah.
You know, you could go back to it in a nostalgic way.
Yeah.
But now it's like, whatever you put out there is like
totally
forever, and you're kind of, you know, remember,
people can constantly judge it, or you're like perceiving what people might think of it. Exactly. You're like, whoa.
So I used to, and there's a lot of my old music that I love and that I kept up there, because it is a time in my life, and I want to reminisce. You know, I'm not old. You know, I'm gonna be 28. I'm not like super old, but yeah, like, you know, you want to reminisce. But there's some stuff where I was like, I just like went to like delete it. You know, I just like went on, like, I was like, no, I don't want this anywhere. I was like, this is not me anymore. It's embarrassing. And recently I've like, just for me, just like reposted stuff.
Awesome.
Like re-release stuff. Not that I'm not promoting it. I don't think anyone's gonna listen to it actively.
I'll put it on blast.
Yeah, Anthony will send me a text.
Yeah.
Of my own songs.
But that's good.
But because for me, I'm like, you know, these were like, I look back now and I'm like, oh, that's so cool that I was doing that at like 19, 18.
You should be proud that you made something. Some people go their whole lives without making something that they want to make.
Absolutely.
That they can make, but they're just afraid of it.
Right.
So it's impressive. Listen, dude, here's the thing I struggle with all the time. I do comedy, and nowadays...
We've talked about this, and I know I've seen you in your life have these same thoughts. Right. With everything that you do. Totally. Every artistic venture.
Oh, totally. Well, no, a thing I think about recently, too, is like, you know, listen, my ex, like, she was very encouraging and proud of me. And
you talk about her on the show?
A little bit, like here and there. Like, I don't use
That's
her
cool.
name. So, yeah, I mean, I always say nice stuff. But the thing is, she was very encouraging. But, you know, I think, like, one time, like, her sister, shout out everybody, you're all cool. You're fine. But like her sister was at a show, like I was like sitting on my camera, and her sister was like, said to her, I kind of heard it, but then she like confirmed to me later. She was like, yeah, like so-and-so was saying like, don't you think it's like, doesn't it give you the ick, like Anthony like films himself? Or like, she was half saying as a joke, but like half meant it. And she was like, no, it's like fine. And like, I was like, no, I said to her, like,
for what, like film your stand-up?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, but I do it for multiple purposes. Partly I do it if something good happens, I put it on social. Or I want to watch it so I could see how to be better, you know.
That's the only way to have content.
Right, well, but that's the point. Is like, I didn't begrudge her for it, because I was like, listen, this is a person who she's smart. She might understand why I'm doing, but she still wants to make a
don't
joke.
Really get it. Yeah.
Right, but she doesn't understand, like, this is like my life. I'm like, and you know, there's a part of me that's like, yeah, I know it's a little embarrassing to set up a camera around people, film yourself, but then I'm also like, it doesn't matter. I'm able to brush past that stuff very easily. And look, on social, like, girls, they say, you know, you're in a relationship, it doesn't really matter for you. But like when you're single, like, they'll say like, oh, for some of the tropes of modern society is like, I want a guy who like doesn't even have social, or like he doesn't post that much. Like that's the best. Like I love the mystery and stuff. I mean, I have a thing where I'm out there, I'm like doing voices and shit. I'm like,
but you're,
you know, so it can be perceived as cheesy, but I mean, listen, there are successful comics too who do sillier stuff than me, but they're just convicted. It works. And like, you know, if you love something, you do it. The people who will like it will find you. That's really what it comes down to, I think.
Dude.
That's all you should make it for.
Absolutely. And with comedy, I mean, with any kind of art, with music and everything, but I have so much respect for comedians because like your whole thing is just trying different jokes. Yeah. And seeing what works, putting it out there. Yeah. And it's open for, you know, leaving it open for criticism for everyone to see. And like, you're just on this journey. Yeah. Constant, especially now, right? With like where you have to post content. Yeah. To keep up with your fans.
Nowadays, especially.
Yeah. And you want to, you know, that's your practice. Yeah. Right? It's like to do shows, to do videos, to do bits, right?
Yeah, you love doing it. You could have good instincts and you can know a lot of what's going to work, but the best comics in the world don't know every time what's going to work. Exactly. They're going to try things that bomb. They, you know, the biggest comics in the world, Chris Rock goes to the Comedy Cellar, tries a new thing. It'll fall flat. He's a millionaire. He's a multi-millionaire, successful for 30 years. Dude, you don't know everything. That's the cool thing about it too. What I like about stand-up is like you do have to prove yourself. It's like no one could just coast and be like, yeah, I'm the man. Like it's like if you love stand-up and you want to do it as a career, like you gotta like show up and be yourself, be good, like give energy. Otherwise, it's just not. It's gonna fall flat. So it kind of naturally humbles you in a good way.
Yeah, like you could have specials out.
Yeah.
Have like a whole fan base.
Yeah.
And you do a show and like you try some new jokes. Yeah. And they don't.
And there's successful comics who get weird. You know, I don't think the cool. You know, it's so subjective. It's like music. It's very subjective. But there are comics who are successful who I personally like. I won't go advertising, but I don't think they're that funny. But what's good about that being the natural order of things is they know that there are people out there who don't think they're funny. They're like, you know what?
Subjective.
I'm gonna be me. And I'm going to be very good. I'm going to be the best version of myself. And it'll be so good that so many people are going to fall behind and they're going to like it. They're going to like what I do, you know? So.
And it's a hard thing to deal with. Because, like, it's the same thing, right, for, like, musicians. Yeah. Right? Or you know, directors. You know, they have multiple albums. Yeah. That are, you know, generational albums or generational movies that, you know, have these huge followings and they're, you know, like in the zeitgeist, you know, and then they put out a movie and like a lot of people think it sucks. Right. And it's like a stain. Yeah. And they're like, you know, it's like, oh, well, they made that, but like they made that movie and like it sucked. Or like they made that album later in their career and it sucked. And it's like, it's so fragile. Yeah. In any kind of entertainment business.
No, and your work is so personal. So you feel like, oh, this is like an attack on me.
Yeah.
You know?
So how do you, I'm going to ask you,
Go for
how
it.
do you navigate that? You know, just like continuing on, even when you aren't super happy with something that you've done, or like, because I respect you. Let me just say this. I'm gonna get real for a second.
You can.
I'm so proud of you, your comedy, and like just like your life now, because I've known you for so long, and I've seen you. I don't want to make you cry. You know,
okay. You want me to cry really badly?
Right? Yeah. Please cry.
I'm not gonna. I might. I mean,
tear stick.
Tears.
I've just seen you go through so much, and you've always been the sweetest, fucking funniest dude. Like one of the best friends ever. Like I said, like he said, like he's one of those people that like, yeah, like we won't talk for like a couple months. We're busy, but like it always goes right back to like being in 7th grade.
Yeah, we're right there.
But you've been so funny, and there were so many times where, you know, it's fucking hard as a kid, right? Yeah. Where like I could tell, like, you know, you had so much inside of you, so much potential in so many different ways, but like, just didn't believe in yourself.
Or didn't know which direction to go.
Oh, dude, absolutely. And like,
yeah.
you fully embrace this thing on your own.
Yeah.
And like, you're killing it.
Yeah, I'm trying, and I appreciate it. I feel like, thank you so much for saying that. I feel the same about you, dude. What I liked about you had an earlier pickup than me of trying to like do more things. You did things. You started bands. You were a doer, which I liked. That's why it was good for me to gravitate towards you as a friend too. Not just because you're in touch with yourself. You're sensitive in good ways, and like, you know what I'm saying. But like, you were a doer. And
sweet, sensitive boy.
Sweet, sensitive boy.
Yeah.
Yes.
Thanks, dude.
We're a bunch of butterflies, are we?
Yes.
But but that you're always supportive. But no, it's like I forget the point I was gonna make. What was I gonna say?
Something about how I was always a go.
Yeah, how I was goated. From the get go.
Something about how I was a go getter.
Yeah.
But don't get me wrong. I had all of the same deep internal fears. Like,
yeah, but you took good swings. Like you started dating earlier than me. I didn't have my first girlfriend till college. You had a girlfriend when you were like 4 months old. Like
4 months old. Yeah.
Yeah. That was my first you were like in the hospital, like trying to like reach out to someone in the maternity ward.
Yes.
Like you had a girlfriend early.
Yeah. 4 months old.
I didn't kiss someone for the first time till I was like 95 years old. Like I took a while. So
you were like after college, right?
Well, no, I had my first kiss in high school. But that's the thing, you know what I'm saying? But Tim's like, yeah, I was kissing girl when I was in.
No, nothing crazy. I mean, just like some pecks at summer camp.
No, you were no, it was normal for you. But like, that's the thing is like, you were like my closest friend who was like actually like trying and being out there and. It's vulnerable, dude. That's part of why I avoided it too, because like I was always able to like talk to girls, and then when it got to a certain point of intimacy, I was just like, oh, I'm pulling away from this, or I'm nervous, I'm not gonna go there. Like literally, like a girl in our middle school, I can tell you after. I'm not gonna say her name right now, but like I was talking to her for a while. Like I thought I was into her. We were like slightly different.
What grade?
A grade above us. Do you remember who?
No,
I was,
like what grade were you in?
I was in 7th. I knew her before I got to 67, and then at 67,
I have a vague idea of who you're talking about. Blonde.
She didn't have. I don't think she had blood.
Okay, never mind.
Well, now she is.
Okay.
She dyed her. That sounds weird.
How do you know?
I see on Facebook.
Facebook.
Yeah.
You're still on?
I have it.
Hang on.
Well, no, they're like Facebook has utility. Like there's comedy groups I get info from.
Same. There's so many.
Oh, there's groups for film and TV, dude.
I got all my first location sound gigs.
Yeah.
From just like scouring the Facebook groups. If you are in film and you're just getting started, Facebook to me was dead. I was like, at that point in my life, I was like, oh, I'll never like. I don't give a fuck about Facebook.
Right? No.
Can we curse?
Yeah, go for it. I'll just bleep everything. No, I leave the curses in.
Okay.
I'm a bad boy. I'm a bad bunny. But they no film and TV work. You get opportunities and work from Facebook.
Then I realized, there's a lot of really good communities where people are constantly posting work. I've gotten so many like of my best jobs.
Yeah. From
like just starting out, randomly responding.
Yeah.
To like every Facebook job post looking for a sound mixer.
Yeah.
And a lot of those led to like really good career relationships. People I still work with.
Oh, I bet.
3 years, 2.5, 3 years later or whatever.
Yeah.
So yeah, why are we talking about Facebook?
Because
that girl.
Oh yeah, no, but like just talking about with girls, like growing up, like I like this girl. I was talking to her for like legitimately like almost 2 years. We were just like texting. Then I hung out in person with her a couple of times. We went to movies, whatever. Mm-hmm. She ended up making out with another guy at a movie because I couldn't
on here. Just checking my levels.
Yeah, big audio guy.
Wait, what? So you went to a movie and made out?
No. She made out with another guy, but like we weren't on a date. It was like a group of people.
Oh, and you were there.
Yeah, but it was like I had time to make a move. It was like no. We were texting heavy, and then there was a point where she's like, "Why didn't you ever ask me out?" Like she was just like, we had chemistry, but
in middle school she asked.
Yeah, but she was like more advanced to me. Like she was already like she had boyfriends and stuff. I hadn't had a girlfriend or whatever. But she said to me at one point, she's like, "Why haven't you asked me out?" And I was just like, "Oh, I just wasn't sure if you liked me." And she's like, "Yeah, I just would have said yes." And I was like, oh, that's where I was. Mm-hmm. I have this bit that's hitting so hard.
But the story of our lives, dude.
Yeah, but you were like, you took your chances earlier, like the way you should as a human being. Like you read signs and like went for it. Earlier than me.
I want you to do this bit, but let me just say.
No, I'll tell you. Yeah.
I appreciate it. And I definitely could see signs of that in my life, but you're painting me out to be some sort of confident savant here.
No, I know you were, but like but I'm not saying you did everything perfect or anything, but you like were trying. You tried in very real good ways.
When you met me though, I was like going through phases, dude.
Yeah, but
hardcore.
Yeah, but
like
that's the point. You were
weird
trying.
Kid.
You were trying stuff. You had the hair.
Yeah, I straightened my hair. I have some pictures. I brought them.
Yeah, you Jimmy Butlered it a little bit.
Jimmy Butlered it. I would straighten my hair. When I met Anthony, middle school, I was just discovering, my chem.
Yeah.
Who else?
Your favorite band, Dashboard Confessional.
Dashboard Confessional. All these emo bands.
Yeah.
I was in love with. I was kind of gravitating towards that. And so
Sunday.
Naturally you straighten your hair. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But before anyone teaches you how to do it, because I would like hide it from my parents.
Really?
Because I didn't want my dad to know.
Right.
And my dad's like awesome guy. He's so he's so accepting. He wouldn't judge
guitar?
me, but he does. He plays guitar.
Yeah.
Telecaster.
Yeah.
Loves a Telecaster. That's a type of guitar.
Yes, no, I know. I did guitar for 2 years at Music Zoo, man.
Oh, let's go!
Second
Shout
grade
out
to fourth
Zoo.
grade. Yeah.
Little Neck.
They closed hard,
right?
They
closed. Oh no,
they moved.
They moved.
Good.
To like a big,
great place, Music Zoo.
Awesome place.
Classic place.
But yeah, I straightened my hair, and I could have asked like my mom or my sister how to do it, but I think I was embarrassed. So I would straighten it, and I would put a beanie on.
Yep.
Do you remember this? And I would come to school.
I would see the beanie.
I would come to school, straightened hair with the beanie all day. But what the beanie did was just flatten it downwards.
Oh, you were flat. Yeah, flattened out.
And it was just embarrassing.
It was fine. For the time, it made sense.
It took a while for me to be like, oh, like you have to swoop it.
Like the Korean kids that were into rap would like make fun of you, I think, right? They'd be like, yo, Tim, yo, you emo, bro.
Yeah, but they had like natural, really nice straight hair.
Yeah.
That would like swooped. And I was like, I think that's what I was trying to achieve.
You wanted to be in a K-pop band.
Exactly.
That's what you really wanted. That's why you were frustrated, because you were like, I think I like all this like, My Chemical Romance and like this all-time low, and really you were just trying to be in a K-pop band.
There was a weird time when we were in middle school.
Yeah.
So that would have been, we graduated 2010, right? In middle school.
Yeah.
So that would have been 2008, 2009, 2010.
Yeah.
I guess, right?
I was there for,
You were there for 2 years, right?
Yeah.
That time was like, it was weird, right? Because like Vans and stuff like that, and like wearing skinny jeans was like, it was just becoming mainstream.
Yeah.
But a lot of people, especially like in the city, like in New York, hadn't, like it wasn't mainstream yet. It hadn't really caught on.
It was still getting called gay and stuff.
Yeah, dude, all the time. Like,
but it was like Lil Wayne helped it. Lil Wayne helped it.
I feel like if it was like 2 years later,
yeah,
it wouldn't have even been a question. But yeah, no, kids would be like, grandma shoes, gay, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I like bothered me at first, but after a certain point, I wore it like a badge of honor. So
well, you
different.
knew it was their problem too.
Purple skinny jeans.
You were good about that. You weren't helpless. Like, as much as I'm sure it bothered you, affected you, like you were good about dealing with it.
But it became a thing, right? Like hip hop culture in like Lil Wayne, right? Kid Cudi,
yeah,
right? Like
they made that stuff cool.
Yeah, it became cool, and
like I'm gonna be different.
So I'm not trying to call myself a pioneer.
Yeah, but you are.
Where'd we go to school? Little Neck,
Louis Pasteur Middle School 67 in Queens, New York.
Which they will not let you into.
They won't?
Yeah, I think it was in high school. You tried to visit? I think it was in high school. Yeah. Like junior year of high school. I was like, oh, let me go visit, right? I was like, and in college too, I tried, because I was going to school. I originally wanted to be a teacher. Yeah. That was my thing. I did that for a year. So I was like, oh, let me like see if I can do like a student teaching, right? Like my old middle school. They should do that place is locked down.
If you text Mr. Wills, he probably let you in.
The gym teacher.
Yeah. Yeah. He's the man. He's funny.
And I understand, right? Like safety precautions, but like,
well, the school safety people, they go hard.
Yeah, no, they went hard.
But I feel like if you text a teacher, they would let you in.
Yeah.
A teacher would be like, no, he's good or something. Yeah.
But anyway, I wanted to hear your bit.
Oh, no.
About this girl.
So I'll believe his name probably, but it's fun to say. Okay. I went, I have this bit. I'm basically like, when I was young, like I was able to talk to girls, but I was like bad at reading signs. Like I didn't even realize.
Same.
I remember this growing up. Like I went on a double date to the movies with it was Jonathan Torres. Me and Jonathan
Right.
Torres went. Me and my buddy, we went on a double date with these 2 Colombian girls, Flex, and like, you know, it was like the hotter ones kind of into me, and Flex. But I was like, I couldn't tell. Like we were at the movie. Like this girl, she put her like leg over my lap during the movie. And you know, a normal person, she's like, "Ay muñeca quemada," you know, like
really,
you know, like
this happened.
This happened. You know, at a movie. No, like you know, we were in 8th grade, and this girl put her leg over my lap. But like you know, and in the bed, I'm just like in my head, I was like, "Oh, she must have circulation issues," you know, like just like.
That's what you thought?
Not in real life. Just
she
for the
must
bit.
have circulation issues.
No, for the bit.
Okay.
But like, but I mean, it's one of those things that's obviously that's not exactly what I was thinking as an 8th grader. But like, but that was kind of like where my house. I was like, "Oh, this is mean." Like, I also like. If I was like smart, like I was taking that as a clear sign, like, oh, she feels comfortable with me. We can like, I could try to kiss a human right now, and I just didn't.
But you don't know because it's like you get scared.
Well, I got obviously. I was just like, I just took it as everything that it wasn't. I was just like, oh, she's just like lounging. But like, I think I also knew, and I was just like too nervous. The thing is this. I mean, obviously, like I kissed girls in high school and to like the second half of high school. Like it was, it took a while.
That was your thing.
It took a while for me to like get around to like letting myself in with a person, like with a girl.
By the way, Anthony was telling us that he left Catholic school and was so relieved to be in a public school. Then he went to the most Catholic school.
No, but it's really
like
not.
In the
but
country.
that's the thing.
No,
it's the biggest Catholic high school in the country.
It is.
But by numbers.
In the country?
By numbers. It was like 2,700 kids. For a Catholic high school, it's big. But no, but it was pretty like dressed down for a Catholic school.
Yeah, no, there were a lot of cool kids.
It was like not that I needed to be, but it's true. It's just like it was like, you know, not the strictest place ever. They were cool. You know, there was some rigor to it, but it was like chill.
I low key envied, even though like I never wanted to be in a Catholic school. I never wanted to wear uniforms.
Yeah,
I low key envied people who went to prep to St. Francis Prep because I was like, there's so many cool people here. They have good lunches.
Yeah.
They don't get like the,
lunch,
like the prison food.
Good people, pretty good
that we
people.
got shipped in, you know.
It was a pretty like, I mean, listen, there was like Catholic stuff. We had like mass here and there, but it was a pretty agnostic like Catholic high school.
They just would suggest.
Yeah, but you were like, there were all kinds of people. There were like people who were like different religions that went there. You know, we had like Muslim kids. We had like,
because it was just like a good school.
It's a solid school.
Yeah, that people were like, oh, okay, we're gonna send our kids to like
really good place to go. I like, you know, it's one of those things. I dissociate a lot in life and stuff, but like I appreciate you as a friend. Like I appreciate my parents. Like I appreciated going to prep for exactly what it was. It was like a good place to go to. Like I wouldn't change that or something. Yeah, you know, which is good. And even dude, that's the thing. Like I didn't explore dating as much as I wanted to as a kid. Like I should have done more of it, you know, but I also wouldn't change it because I think it informed me and like helped me appreciate when I had girlfriends. Like, you know, like I've only had 2 very serious relationships, but like very much on purpose. Like, I'm just solid at reading energies and like knowing trajectories of things. Like if someone's going to be inherently bad for me, like I could tell. Yeah. I'm just like, hey, this person doesn't seem stable. Like they're not going to be good for me. And, you know, like with my relationships, like they were good people. They were overall very good people.
You don't know. I'm going to gas you up. You don't know how much of a catch you are because I
appreciate it.
Like my girlfriend talks about you all the time.
She's really nice.
And it's really, that sometimes I'm like, stop. You know, I'm like,
Amanda, what's up? No,
like she's like, oh, how's Anthony? We got to see Anthony. We got to see Anthony's show.
Yeah.
Like,
that's sweet.
Oh, Anthony's texting you. What is he up to? And I'm like, I know. I was thinking about Anthony too. I'm like, I love him.
Well, you're making me sound like your ex. That's funny.
But she like,
yeah.
No, but she's always asking about you.
That's sweet.
And it's so awesome to me. I'm joking. I don't actually get mad.
No, that's. But
nice. It's so funny because I'm like, you don't understand. This was like my dude.
Yeah,
when we were growing up, like you were like the person I wanted to be around.
No, same. You're still the guy I want to be. We're both so busy, which is good. This is our building phase, dude.
Yeah,
we're not settled and established yet. We're doing well, and things are good are happening. Good things are happening, but this is the time where we have to like hit it hard.
I've also had multiple friends that were attracted to you.
Who?
Like girls.
Well, I know.
Oh, I'm not gonna out them.
Well, no, I know one.
I'm not gonna out them right now.
Well, I know one. We've talked about it. Her and I, you know, everything. But like,
I swear,
who else? I'll bleep their names. Just tell me who else. So
you'll bleep their names.
I will bleep their names, and maybe I can have a girlfriend.
And please bleep my.
Yeah, I'll do the mouth and the names. Yes.
I don't think it's gonna be your girlfriend.
I'm kidding. Okay, I might know her. Personally, like, I like organically doing things myself. Like,
Same.
if I'm into somebody, like, maybe I would reach out to you. But like, yeah, go for it.
It's a bad habit, guys.
You already did once. It doesn't matter.
Don't do it.
No. But no. Like, I like not getting set up. Like, I like doing things myself or whatever. Just because that's more organic. It's natural for me. Yeah. Like, even dating apps. Like, I've gone on a couple of dating app dates over time. I usually avoid it, and it's just like, yeah, it's a dating app.
It's hard. It works for. There's a lot of people it works for.
It works for people. I respect it.
Somehow.
Yeah, but it's got to be like a low percentage that it works for. No. And I think they serve a great purpose.
Absolutely.
Because like you said, like, you just also don't know who you're going to hit it off with based on that. Unless you're like the pen pals of the century or something. Right.
And it's great if you just moved to a city or you're traveling.
But when you meet someone in person, you feel the immediate energy.
Yeah.
It's different. Like, I had a comedy show a couple weeks ago, and hopefully if they're stalking me, they're not this deep into the episode. But there was a girl in the show.
They're listening like 40 minutes in. How long have we been talking?
Yeah, something like that. 50, whatever. But this girl who was on the show, she was
still recording.
Yeah,
let's go.
She was like, "Hey," she was like nice, and she was like, "Are you single right now?" And I was like, "Yeah, depends who's asking."
Very forward. I respect.
No,
that.
but it wasn't for her. But she was like, would you want me to set you up with my friend or introduce you to my friend? I didn't know who her friend was
without like showing,
without me seeing them. But I was just like not gonna be rude. So I was like, yeah, sure.
Let me meet her.
Okay. But I showed some hesitancy. I was just like, yeah, okay, I'll meet a person. Why not? I just said it like that. Like, I didn't say it excited. And so I went to meet, and the person was like, fine, human, fine.
You went on a date?
No.
Okay.
I said that a little too vehemently, but
okay.
Yeah, no. But I I met her. There was nothing there, like whatever. I like in life not expecting things of people.
Absolutely.
I think it's nice when people do nice things for you. It's nice when people give you energy, but if someone's not receptive to you, I mean, dude, there's a ton of this in comedy, and I'm sure in music and in audio too,
and film. Absolutely.
Some people are amazing to you. Some people give you all of what you want out of life. They're like, you're this, you're that. They give you compliments for days. Some people, you could tell they just don't care.
Yeah,
you could be awesome to them. They don't feel your energy,
and that's fine.
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah. They're like, hey man, cool.
Yeah,
they're like that, and you're like, I don't get mad at that because it's like
normal.
They just don't understand that you're amazing. Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, they just don't know you. Everyone's doing their own thing.
It's like it doesn't really matter that much.
Yeah.
There's too many people to keep track of.
Nobody's thinking about you all the time.
Right.
You are thinking.
They're worried about their stuff.
Everyone is thinking about themselves and the people around them.
And if they are thinking about you, you should put them on a watch list because they care too much.
Exactly.
But
yeah, I wanted to say right on what we were just talking about, like.
I'm bleeping all of what I said to the girl because I feel badly. But okay. But I appreciate. No, that's the thing.
Meeting people genuinely.
Yeah, and dude, like after comedy shows, I meet people. Let me give you. These are cool stories. Like I, about a month ago, had a show. This beautiful, beautiful Italian girl from Long Island, smart, like whatever. Talked to them after the show. She wasn't like we didn't have the immediate like full energy, but enough where we were talking, flirting casually. And I was like, this is like, I'll see if she wants to like go on a date or whatever. So like I reached out the next day. I was like, hey, if you ever want to like go on a date, whatever. Or I didn't say date. I just said like, hey, if you want to grab dinner or whatever. But she's like, yeah, like I'll be in a place. I'm not gonna say where she was. I'll be in a place this weekend. When I get back, I would love to. And then we were texting a little, and then she like stopped texting for like 2 days. Okay. And then on Monday, she's like, hey, I'm sorry. I had like the weekend was hectic, which means she got married and divorced 3 times.
Right.
But like she was like, hey, sorry, the weekend was hectic. Sorry for not responding. However, I would like to take you up on your offer for dinner and drinks if it's still on the table. Awesome. And that was really nice of her. That was cool. And I was like, yeah, for sure. Yeah. I was like, you're the hottest girl I've ever seen, of course. I didn't say that. But she's beautiful. She was cool and smart. We ended up going on the date. Date was good. Fun time, like very chill. We riffed, made each other laugh. A little sarcasm laced in, like healthy amounts of everything. Cool stuff. I could tell there was like a little bit of her that was like not feeling it to the degree of like this is. I think she was the kind of person similar to me where it's like she was like, I'm not 100% in this. Is that worth it for me? Probably not. Like she had some visible like it was fun, but she was like, yeah, I don't think this is all for me. So that's fine, and that's cool. There's no issue with that. And even like.
Did she say that?
No. And like, obviously I'd prefer that a little bit, but as much as like, she just kind of trailed off with text, I felt it. She did it in a way where it was like, she wasn't being misleading or anything. Like you could feel it in a good way. Like she was cool, pretty communicative. You don't always need the full thing.
That's a normal thing, man.
Yeah, but by the way, that was it was a date at a nice place. I was happy to do it. I was happy to get her dinner. Like,
just had a good time
because I've been like single for a while. My ex-girlfriend was a great person, and that's the thing too. Is like, I have just high standards of the kind of person I want to spend time with.
Right.
And so I take things for what they are. It's like, listen, like I value like. There's energy you have to put into everything.
Absolutely.
I have friends who like from different realms of my life who like they'll just try to hook up and they're just like, I'm out here. Oh, I'm meeting this girl in a parking lot at 3 a.m.
Which that's their thing, and that's fine.
And that's good for them. I don't mind. Like the stories are fun and they enjoy it. I'm like, that's great.
Yeah.
I personally just can't do that.
Yeah.
If you have a hookup that happens or whatever, that's just normal. But like, I'm not seeking that out. I'm just like, life is life, and I'm trying to go hard at comedy so I could be great at that, so I could set myself up for a career that I love and enjoy. So that's what we're here for.
Yeah, and you've heard this before, but like, and it's true. I think that just living your life, and focusing and doing what makes you happy and working hard, these things will fall into place. Like when I met Amanda, I wasn't.
Where did you guys meet again?
We met on set. So actually, if I never went into film, and I have mostly my friend Mike to thank for that, who I was talking before, who showed me amazing filmmaker. I'm going to plug him right now, Tegmental. He showed me that you could have a career in this thing. Amazing artist who believed in me, taught me how to do sound in the beginning. But anyway, I started doing film work on my own. Yeah. I met her on a random job. She was the producer.
That's awesome.
She wanted nothing to do with me at first. She was like,
really?
Who's a random fucking sound guy.
Yeah. How'd you win her over?
It was like 6 months later. Okay. I was single and I slid in the DMs. You did. I was like, we should hang out for like a meeting for like talk about our work and stuff and like hang out, totally. And we did.
No, but she knows. Like she probably picked up on that. She was down.
But yeah, once I stopped looking, searching, thinking too much about it, then it just happened and it felt right, and it's been amazing since.
Dude, my last relationship, I knew her for a year just by association of someone in my life, whatever. And she, she was cool. I like reached out a couple of times casually, but both of us I didn't realize that she was into me the way she was. Like, I knew I liked her or whatever, but whatever. Then randomly we were together one night. She made it obvious. She was like, "Hey, why haven't you asked me to hang out recently?" I was like, "Oh, I didn't know that." And she was like, "Yeah, don't be about it." And I was like, "Okay."
Whoa.
Yeah, but
called you
but in a fun way. like in a funny, silly, in a silly kind of way.
Comedian way.
Yeah, she's cool, and so it worked, and it was fun. I was like, "Oh, okay, cool."
Yeah,
and she's great. She's a good person.
That's awesome.
Which is nice to have.
Yeah, and you can sometimes things are just better as friends.
Yeah, no, and we were just very honest with each other. I mean, I'm not
That's
gonna go
very
through the
mature.
whole thing there. We must have talked about this, sorry, but we were pretty mature about it. Whatever heartbreak was associated with it, there wasn't any toxicity, which is good.
This is how it should be.
It is very much how it should be.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So, but yeah.
Before we wrap up, can we let's look in this yearbook real quick?
Let's look in this yearbook real quick. Timmy brought our middle school yearbook.
Our middle school yearbook.
You want to read some highlights or some messages you got?
Let's see.
I told Tim, I was like, "Oh, I have mine too," and he was like, "Yeah, but I have mine." I was like, "Yeah, that doesn't mean I don't have mine too." But go through yours because I don't need to dig mine up.
Let's see. I want to see. Right? Isn't it like they had the things where
there were some
Oh, dude, this is Anthony's autograph.
Oh, what did I write? Where is it? Show me.
You write, "Yo, Tim, man." Keep playing music, man. Maybe one day you'll replace Mark Hoppus. Haha. One of these days I'll think of coming to your house. Oh yeah, because he never came over to my house.
That was one of my things. Like I had a phobia. I didn't have people over my house. I didn't go to theirs. It was a whole thing. My parents are beautiful people, but they would ask me so many questions and make me anxious and be like, "Oh, where are you gonna be? What time are you gonna be back?" I would, to a degray where I was nervous about it. I was like, you know what? I martyred myself. I was like, I'm just not gonna do anything. Okay, I'll be home watching NBA. Are you happy? I did that. That was my vibe.
Yeah.
Now I'm an autonomous boy. I walk around the world and I deal with people and things, which is cool.
It was so hard to get you to hang out outside of school.
No, I know.
Yeah.
I know. It's what it was. That's the what I want to be when I grow up.
Did you write in here?
I did. I think I might have said something relevant to now. There might have been a comedy reference.
Oh.
Did you find mine?
Yeah, it's pretty obvious.
What is it?
No,
Tennis?
to become a professional tennis player and have a successful career. This is long, dude.
Oh.
One in which I travel the world and constantly go to new places.
I probably wanted to sound smart, even though that wasn't that intelligible.
You were the only one that had like 2 lines.
I stand out. What can I say? What was yours? Music?
Yeah, probably. Also pretty predictable. Let's see.
Tim's like, I want to be on another girl, another planet.
It's like out of
money, man.
It's like out of order for some reason.
Yeah. Or did they do it by homeroom?
I don't know. I don't think they put.
Well,
much.
we were in the same homeroom. Right?
Let's see.
Were we in the same homeroom both years?
Dude, I don't remember.
I think we were. No, they only separated like Dougie. Like, teach me how to Dougie. Teach me. The Dougie wasn't in our homeroom.
We talked too much, or I talked too much.
When?
In middle school.
Oh, our class was technically misbehaved. Yeah. We had fun times though. It was like for me, like I'm a rule follower. I'm usually good to teachers, but the environment our class fostered for me was one of me like talking in class.
And nothing bad. We just did not shut up.
Yeah, we wanted to talk about stuff. We would whisper. We would try to get away with it, but yeah. We had a fun class. I liked our class.
What do you think I said?
I want to be a touring musician.
Yeah, to become a famous punk musician touring the world with my band.
It's awesome.
Obvious.
Like a normal human.
Yeah.
Not like 14 paragraphs about touring the tennis circuit.
Yeah. Some people is really funny to see.
Read a couple highlights.
Like there's some people who I know like became cops.
Yes.
That are like, oh, I want to be an artist or
Yeah. They could have been and they could still. Who knows?
This one guy wrote to meet Demi Lovato.
Yeah. Who was that?
Aiden. You gotta bleep this out.
Sounds like a made up name.
This guy wrote to be an NFL receiver.
The face you made.
This guy wrote to have $1 trillion. I don't think anyone has that. You know what I mean?
I think Jeff Bezos is still trying to make $1 trillion.
Yeah, right? Like,
it's like when I get my first $1 trillion and my next girlfriend or whatever.
There's a lot of to become rich.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Last one, the finale, dude. Yes.
And then I'll end with this. He just wanted...
Spell Tim Perdoch's name right?
Yeah, he just wanted to get an Xbox 360. Simple guy, dude.
Good night, son. That was good. That was a good close. Timmy, thank you for doing this so much.
Love you, dude.
Love you too. This is one of my best friends in the world, Tim Perdoch. One day when he's in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, they'll play an excerpt of this video, a clip of this video.
No, not Rock and Roll Hall of Fame.
You'll be in all of them.
Behind the scenes,
you're still making
film,
music.
Yeah.
It's happening.
Yeah, but I'm not like
you're moving
Green
to Cleveland.
Day.
Turn it.
I'll never be.
You'll be whatever you want to be. In this world.
True.
We are limitless.
True.
I'm excited. Thank you for doing this.
Thank you.
And that's our episode. Thank you guys.